Hello again, it's Noob, and look what I have today. I've got these absolutely gorgeous, iconic, high security 10 lever Ingersoll Impregnable padlocks. And it's a great name, isn't it? The Ingersoll Impregnable, and for good reason. They are known to be very tough picks for one good reason, that they have an incredibly stiff core with very little feedback, and they need incredible amounts of tension to get and open with. And I was practicing with this one. I'll be honest, I wasn't getting very far. It's quite difficult. And I was picking away, learning away, getting really confident with the lock. And then I realised one thing. I can't gut it. Well, you say, of course you can. And it's true. I've seen videos of somebody gutting this exact same lock, and they show that if you go in here, and I think the models change. You go here, you can see that there is a little pin. Can you see it just there? And apparently that drops out on some models. If I turn it this way, you can see that there's the other side of the pin. But for the life of me, when I align it like that and give it a big bang, it just stays there. It doesn't come out. And I've tried hitting with a rubber mallet, all sorts of things. I think this might actually be driven in or screwed in or something like that, but I can't figure out a way to access it. So it's very frustrating indeed. And you can see there, just down there, you see the pin in a little groove stopping the shackle coming out. You need that shackle to come out so you can access the screws, so you can drop the core out. It's a real pain. So what did I do? How did I get around this? Well, I just reached out to a good friend and excellent lock sporter, amazing picker and great pick maker, Daz Evers, whose channel I hope you're familiar with. Please do go check it out and subscribe. You won't regret it. And said, Daz, do you have an Ingersoll Impregnable that I can drop the core out of, because I don't have one. And yes, thankfully he said he did, and this is it. And it's actually a bit jealous, probably a bit better than the half shackle. The full shackle is definitely the more desirable one. You can see here how it's just so enclosed. It's really lovely. These are expensive locks, really expensive, and for good reason, in that they are really high security locks. You see that over time this sort of dust flap does get a little bit worn and hangs loose. So yeah, here's the key. You can see that there are clearly going to be 5 levers on one side, 5 levers on the other, and if we open it up, then you can see the shackle just comes out on this one, which is brilliant because I can access both of those screws, and we can gut the lock if I can pick it. So I guess what I do now is cut over to me putting this in the vise, and then I'll have a go at picking the lock for you, and if I can pick it, then I'll gut it. Right, see you in a second. So here we are on the vise, and let's just have a look at that lovely sawtooth bitting on this key. Really is something very nice indeed. Let's put it in and listen to the friction inside here. Can you hear that? That's on purpose. There is a security mechanism in there to provide some real force and dampen the feedback, and we'll see that in a second. But we're going to counteract that kind of friction by using some real heavy tension provided by this wire tensioner from the Goso 24-piece kit. Actually, I'm going to put it this way around. You get some real good tension on this by using a thumb at the top there like this. So, and Peterson German 18,000 should suffice. So nothing on lever 5, 4, 3, 2. Little click on lever 1 there. 5, 4, tiny something. 3, little click. 2, 1, and 4 just clicked and dropped down. That's a sign that it's almost there, but not quite. Something else must be binding more heavily. So let's find out what that is. I guess it's on the bottom. 5. Nice click on 5. Nothing on 4 yet. Or 3. 2 or 1. Okay. So guessing something's at the top now. 5. 4. So 4 at the top, lever 4 at the top was binding after I picked 5 at the bottom, which makes sense, I think. So 5, 4, 3, little click, 2, 1, nothing, back to the top. Okay, so nothing on 5, 4, 3. I'm sure, I swear I just got something out of 2 just by literally just nudging it to bits. Maybe it's almost set and then and just needed that little bit of encouragement. Okay, good. Let's go to the bottom then. 4, 3. Try and get 1 to set. Two and 1. I think they might be done. Might have overset them. I don't know. Let's try going to the top and see if anything's binding now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All seems good, so let's go back to the bottom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, back to the top. 4, little click. That's nice. Feels like ever inching a bit closer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All feels in the gate. So back to the bottom. Let's start with 1, and just a little touch on 1, and we are open. Look how stiff that is. You can, it doesn't leave it in any position you like. It's so stiff. Yeah, can you hear that? Right, let's gut this absolute monster then. And let's move this out of the way. So I've got my autofocus on. Let's see if I can take it off and see if it behaves itself. Yep, should be all right, I think. Well, we can always force a focus if we need to. But yeah, there's the shackle which comes out. I guess I'll need a screwdriver for the screws either side, and these are quite deep inside there, and depending on how greasy it is, may or may not come out. Oh, that's one, and the other side now. Got ya. Right, then off will come this, I guess it's an anti-drill plate. I've already got quite greasy hands, haven't I? Lift that out. There we go. And you've got this dust cover. And on these Ingersolls, it has to be said that this does become quite loose over time. So I don't know how you can fix that or why it does that, but it does. So leave that to one side. And then you've got a core in there, which and probably some ball bearings. Oh no, they're in the inside. To get this out is a real pain. It just is, because it's held in so tightly. The reason why it's so hard to sort of pick into tension is all due to this feature on the inside, which if I can pull it out, there we go. Then pull, pull, pull. Ah, come on, you. There you go. You can see that what you've got there is this big rubber seal, and that is absolutely like airtight in there. It really is just like so stuck in there, and that obviously means you need to put a lot of tension on. It dampens the feedback. It's yeah, it's a pretty good security feature. I'd like to know if it was truly by design or not, but yeah, it certainly works, whether it was by design or not. Okay, so what you can see here, actually looking inside, you can see that this is all laminated. It looks like it's cut out of a nice piece of steel, but it's actually laminated steel with a coating on the outside. You can see that there is this little curve just there where my finger is, and that's where the sidebar would be poking out, just like that. And when all the levers, and here all 10 levers inside are aligned, of course you have this, all the lever gates all lined up. There are no false notches, although you can have these master suited. You can have more than one cut in each lever, so you could use different keys as part of a master key system. It's very cool. Anyway, so once the gating is all open, then the sidebar can drop in. If I remove the key, then you'll see how it doesn't drop all the way in. Can you see how it's stuck out a little bit there? And I'll put the key in. and it can drop into the, there you go, the gates really nicely. So there are, of course, 5 levers at the top, and if I put the pick in here, I can engage with the, you see they're in 2s, then the left hand of each pair can be interacted with the pick on that side, and then I flip the pick over, and you can see how you can interact with the levers on the bottom like this. Very cool. They are hinged or pivoted alternately here and here, and you can see how if I put the key in, you might be able to just see how they act from the back. Can you see them just move just up and down slightly? Like they sort of move subtly like this, so like that from the pivot point. It's just a very, very pleasing internal to the lock. It really is, well, I think quite lovely, isn't it, in its own way. It's sort of unique having this circular barrel with a 10 lever configuration, with the levers alternating with the sidebar that drops into the gating. It's just a really pleasing lock. So thank you so much to Daz Evers for lending me this, so that I can actually show you not only the picking but also the insides of this beautiful and iconic lock. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.